It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday night.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner, Brock Heward. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, you just stack these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent would tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Philadelphia. He's going to field this at the 2. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Option headed to the left on 1st down. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Javon Holland there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Taken in by Smith. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. On 1st down, Hurts. finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. And let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Caught by Theo Johnson. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. Strong running inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. To give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Tracy can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish off their opening drive. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
From the 48. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Hurts throwing again. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. That's complete to Darius Slayton. Now he's past the 25. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 now from the 30. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go to Barkley again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's Jaxson on the catch. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Hurts setting up to throw. A throw left side, caught by Brown.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw, Hurts. That's caught for the 1st. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. From the pistol, Hurts. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. This one finds Goedert. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles take a second quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Sidney Brown in on that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
From the 30 on 2nd down. It's caught right side by Johnson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. It's the Eagles, lined up with a 2nd and 8. Hurts to throw. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They kick the running back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Giants offense all set to get started. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Neighbors with a catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get some late points and the lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts. Down he goes. The Giants got to him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Running is Barkley, and he can't find the lane before being wrapped up at the line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Braden Mann on to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They've got first down from the 31. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half. But hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball, when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Offense to the line for second down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. We're through two here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back now, pressure on its way. This is complete to Neighbors. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A handoff to Tracy. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They go with Barkley here. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Ball at the 33 for first down. A run here with Will Shipley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. That pass caught by Jaxson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Able to find Jaxson here. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Micah McFadden able to make the play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the pistol, Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Back to throw, Hurts. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and just 2 to go. Hurts looking to throw. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grab the lead on their first series of the half. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
The Giants are set to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Eagles will take possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, a run with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 39. Galloping inside the 40. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down throwing for Hurts. This finds Smith. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 3 now. Now Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They're running the option, short side. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. It's an option to the left side. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option.
2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds his target, Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They'll motion Slayton left. Play action on 1st down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Gets this to Jaxson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. This is Tracy. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on 4th. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Giants football. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making this stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. right, all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get 22 on that one. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Daryl Jaxson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He finds Jaxson. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's dropping back to throw. He's got Bellinger. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Gotta hurry this to the line. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, we call that protection lookout. Like the O-line yelling back at the quarterback, look out! Because they have no answer right now with back-to-back sacks by the defense. They've got this crew offensively guessing.
And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.